I've been asked to talk about pit bulls. Pit bulls have been a topic that a lot of our audience owns pit bulls, and I get a lot of emails about this, and it's something I know a little bit about. And there's a lot of misinformation out there about pit bulls and about dogs and dog bites and dog behavior. So I want to go through a few things. There's this idea that pit bulls are dangerous inherently, okay? And it's just absolutely false. And you don't have to believe anything I say. Do your own research. Read Malcolm Gladwell's piece about dangerous pit bulls that he wrote for, I believe it's the New Yorker, and that has become part of one of his books. Read it all. First of all, a lot of people don't even understand what pit bulls are. That's the misconception number one. There are many breeds that are classified as pit bulls when they aren't. There's really, pit bull means it's basically three breeds: an American Pit Bull Terrier, a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, or an American Staffordshire Terrier. There's a couple of other cross breeds now, for example, the American Bully, which some consider maybe to be part of the pit bull umbrella or not. There's tons of dogs, including the American Bulldog, various Mastiffs, crossbreeds, boxer mixes that are being labeled as pit bulls when they're not. Pit bulls were never bred to be violent, and the ones that are violent are really violent as a result of the ownership or of specific breeding that is being done to make them violent. And there's this idea that pit bulls have locking jaws. That's not true. There's the idea that pit bulls have the strongest jaws. That's also not true. They have lower jaw pressure than a lot of other breeds. And then there's this idea that they have a bad temperament. Pit bulls do not have bad temperaments. They pass temperament tests with flying colors. Check out the American Temperament Test Society. All that stuff is bogus. A lot of the fatal bites are not from pit bulls, first of all. They're from these other breeds that are confused. Some fatal bites are indeed from pit bulls, and we have to look at a number of things. There are so many pit bulls right now because it's become a popular breed, the same way that Rottweilers at one point were the popular kind of like young masculine guy breed. For a while it was Dobermans, and at those times you saw more bites from those dogs. Now it happens to be pit bulls. We have to look at bites as a percentage of the number of dogs that exist. But the other thing is, it really is owners. If you look at biting incidents, they are overwhelmingly unneutered male dogs who are often chained many hours a day and otherwise not socialized, often owned by young men without the resources to properly care for the dogs. Who decides whether a dog is neutered? Not the dog. Who decides whether the dog is chained during the day? Not the dog. Who decides whether the dog is socialized properly? Not the dog. We've got to figure out how to stop the myths around pit bulls being inherently violent dogs as opposed to any other trend breed that is the masculine, young male, unneutered, the dog's got this chain and is allowed to just bark at people all day thing, because it's leading to the euthanization of a lot of the dogs. It's a really, really big problem, and we've just got to fight the misinformation about it. Send me your thoughts about pit bulls. What's your experience with it?